welcome to Atlanta Mix 108. Up next is Author Talk with your host, M.L.Ruscsak.
I'm ready for your love, don't wanna waste your time. It's you I want forever, and forever's a long time. I'm ready for your love, I wanna spend my time with you and no one else until the end of time. Cause I'm ready for your love, don't wanna waste your time. It's you I want forever, and forever's a long time. Cause I'm ready for your love, I wanna spend my time with you and no one else until the end of time. I'm ready for your love.
Morning.
Hey.
What's wrong?
You know, I've just been thinking lately, like, I mean, there's this girl, you know, that I like, but, I mean, my homies, they're telling me, basically, you know, to do my own thing.
You don't listen to anyone. You listen to your heart. Do what sets your soul on fire. Don't listen to them.
I can't believe that you really made me stop pitching. And though I think about it, yeah, it got me tripping. And now I'm having visions of you and me forever. They say it's locked down, I say it makes me better. My boo gon' love this, homies gon' think it's cheesy, but I'm still in the hood, and I'm still talking greasy. I just found something real, someone that I could chill without no problems, no drama, someone I really feel. What was this man without you? See, you became my world. You sexy lady, drive me crazy, you my favorite girl. No more wildin' with the homies and hanging in the clubs, cause God sent me an angel, yeah, sent from above.
I'm ready for your love, don't wanna waste your time. It's you I want forever, and forever's a long time. I'm ready for your love, I wanna spend my time with you and no one else until the end of time. Cause I'm ready for your love, don't wanna waste your time. It's you I want forever, and forever's a long time. Cause I'm ready for your love, I wanna spend my time with you and no one else until the end of time. I'm ready for your love.
And now it's been a year, seemed like just yesterday. I scooped you up, gave you a hug, you stole my heart away. I knew I wanted to keep you when you sat down in the seat. No matter of fact, it was when I saw you walking in the street. I told my dude, look at that girl, ain't she a beauty? Pretty face, thin waist, and a nice booty. She had me straight like whoa, she had my heart thumping. Sorta like beats up in the car bumping. I wanted you on my side, saw it no other way. Love was in the air cause it was Valentine's Day. Like where you been all my life when I was in the slums. I want you to be the one, I'm ready for your love, girl.
Don't wanna waste your time. It's you I want forever, and forever's a long time. I'm ready for your love, I wanna spend my time with you and no one else until the end of time. Cause I'm ready for your love, don't wanna waste your time. It's you I want forever, and forever's a long time. Cause I'm ready for your love, I wanna spend my time with you and no one else until the end of time. I'm ready for your love. I'm ready for your love.
Yeah, I just wanted to tell you that you're so beautiful, you're so amazing, and I'm so glad you came into my life, girl. Yeah.
Just when I think I can learn to love one, I imagine myself all alone and you're gone. I'm ready for your love, don't wanna waste your time. It's you I want forever, and forever's a long time. I'm ready for your love, I wanna spend my time with you and no one else until the end of time. Cause I'm ready for your love, don't wanna waste your time. It's you I want forever, and forever
welcome, Alanda, to this episode of Author Talk. I'm here with my special guest, Arnittress. I'm butchering Arnittress, see? That's why you're here. I cannot pronounce that name today. And we're talking about
it's hard for a lot of people.
Yes, I imagine it would be. And we're talking about your wonderful book, Dreamtini. So welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Now, can you tell us a little bit about your book? Because the cover looks a little interesting, like a bride maybe?
Perhaps. It's based off of a drink called Dreamtini that you would have when you have a long, stressful day. And the side effects of this drink, you either have a crazy dream or you actually think your bad day was actually a dream. So it's interesting. It's really interesting.
Sounds interesting. So, how did you come up with this?
Believe it or not, it actually started off as a short story. And then I guess a few days or maybe a week after, I had went back and had a what-if question. Like, what if somebody had this drink? What would happen? And Dreamtini is what happened.
Isn't that always the wonderful thing, though, about short stories? They can always be made into a full-length novel.
Yes. It's like you never think that it could be a full-length novel, but then once you go back to it and you just keep going and keep going and keep going, and when you're done, you're just like, wow, okay.
Exactly. I'm in the process of writing a short story right now for an anthology, and it does not want to be a short story at all. I'm taking stuff out to make it the short story.
It's not meant to be a short story.
It's not. It's just not. But that's what happens in the world of being an author. You either start off with one idea and lead down a different path, or go back and review it and go, ooh, I can add this.
Yeah, or just change it. Just like if I do this, then I can do that, then I can do this, and it's just like you just keep going.
Exactly. It's a wonderful journey that we are all on. I cannot talk today.
It's okay. It's Friday.
Exactly. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, right?
Yes. Yes.
So, have you always thought about being an author?
Not really. I started writing at a young age. It was just for me to express myself and kind of understand what was going on around me. And then as I got older, I kept up with the writing. I started writing. I also write poetry. And I would share with people, and it's just like to see their reaction to it is just like, they like it. I might be onto something. And then I kept going, and here I am. It's nothing that, I just love to write. I enjoy writing, whether it's a poem, writing my name 50 million times on a piece of paper. I just enjoy writing.
That's always a wonderful thing. Have you been to any author shows or book signings, craft fairs, or things like that lately?
I went to one small press fair actually last week, and it was just, small presses and the authors that they had under their brand. But years ago, I used to go. This was at the Brooklyn Library.
Okay.
Here in New York.
Yeah, I think I've heard of that one.
I used to go to, years ago, I used to go to screenwriting expos out in L.A. because I felt as though if I was going to write, I just didn't want to stop at books, perhaps maybe develop a TV show or a movie one day. And so along the process of learning about the publishing industry, it was like, well, why not learning about that writing industry?
Now, here's what people don't understand. The two have similar things, but at the same time, it's a completely different beast.
Yes, it is. It really is.
I undertook creating the screenplay from my first novel, and that is a completely different ballpark.
It is. It really is. It's like you think it's the same as just writing, you know, you're doing your outline for a book and then going from there, but it's completely different. You have the beats that you have to keep up with, and then the scenes, how long or short they have to be. It's completely different.
How many pages total it can be?
Yeah. Some can only be up to like 90 pages. Some can go over 100 pages. I think each page for a screenplay is a minute.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's complete. Yeah, screenplay writing versus novel writing, they're two completely different things. People think it's the same, but it really isn't. And I think more goes into screenplay writing than I think for novel writing, at least for me.
I think it's 50-50 because there's things you can do in a novel you can't do in a movie or TV series. And then there's things you can do in TV with GFI, or GFX rather, that you can't do or portray correctly in a book.
True.
So
that is true.
I think it's 6 of one and half a dozen of the other. So we have Dreamtini out. Are you working on anything else right now?
I am actually working on the follow-up to Dreamtini. So that's why you have to read Dreamtini, because there's a follow-up.
Ah.
And I also have a collection of short erotic stories.
Okay.
And then I have a book. I think it's based on my life, but it might be a little different in some ways. So it's like I have a few things coming out, but my main focus right now is to get the follow-up to Dreamtini out, because it's been a long while.
Well, good pieces of work take a while to get on paper.
Well,
then you have all the editing.
Too, but originally Dreamtini was published back in 2007. Okay. And in the midst of promoting and marketing, for me, life happened. I became a mom. So now I'm a mom to 2 boys. And I always had the follow-up, and so it was just like, okay, I'm on a different path right now. I'm back on that writing path, the path that I've always wanted to be on, so let me do what I wanted to do prior to. So I re-released Dreamtini this year. I brought it up to date. And so now, you know, it's not too many years where you have this one book and then you have a follow-up book, and it's just like, well, when did this first book come out to have a follow-up? So now, like I said, I re-released it. I have more people who have read it now than they did back in 2007, and they're actually ready for the follow-up. It's like I get people, when's the follow-up coming? When's the follow-up coming? It's coming.
Well, I see you have a 4.5-star rating on Amazon right now, which is excellent.
Yes.
We're always proud of our reviews and how good the reviews do. And I don't think people understand that reviews help the author not only get the next book out, but also keep us in touch with you, the reader.
Exactly.
It's not just, I like it, or tell us what you like, what you don't like, or we appreciate all of your insights.
We do. I know I do. And it's like when I also have a Dreamtini Facebook page, and to have to interact with the people who like and comment on that page, it's amazing. And then to run into the people.
Mm-hmm, it's inspirational, because they'll ask you a question about your book, and it may take your sequel in a completely different direction.
Yeah, it really has. Because it's like they say, well, I thought it was going to go this way, or I thought it was going to go that way, and it went in a different direction. It's just like, you know what? I could add those 2 things to the sequel.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of bring it all home. But that's what the sequel is going to do. The sequel is going to bring Dreamtini home for my readers.
That's excellent. But it looks like a very interesting story. Unfortunately, I've only been able to read a few pages here and there, in preparation for today's interview. Love My
Okay, you
Life.
have to read it.
I know. I have so many books on my to-be-read shelf right now. I'm so backed up with reading. Every time I clear off one, there's another 10.
I'm the same way. I am the same way. It's like you read one, then you see another book. Oh, let me add this to the list, and it's a pile of books. I have like 3 books that I have to read that I've been dying to read for a while now.
I was for a while doing reviews for other authors and then doing my own books, but then I started the radio show and I can't do the reviews because I don't have the time I need to devote to do a thorough review.
Yeah.
So I miss that part though.
It takes time. Some way, somehow, you'll be able to do it. Oh.
Yeah, I just have to juggle my schedule around a little bit. Bad idea bringing my puppies in the studio today. They are not working with me too much.
They need you and want your attention.
Yes, they do. Well, one's my service dog, and the other one is a service dog in training, and she's just wanting the attention. Now, you said you have 2 boys. How old are they?
They both just turned 9 and 7.
9 and 7.
Yeah, their birthdays are pretty much back to back. My 7-year-old turned 7 June 30th, and my 9-year-old turned 9 July 9th.
That makes life interesting. Now,
it does. It really does.
Do you ever find yourself writing things for them?
It's funny because people are like, you have 2 kids now, you have these little adventures you can write about. But I'm just like, no, let me stick to what I really know and what I enjoy writing about. But they do want me to write a book about them and their little adventures, and one day I will do it for them, a book just for them. But they're actually becoming little writers of their own, in their own kind.
Well, that's always a wonderful thing when your child or children follow in your footsteps in unexpected ways.
Yeah, it warms your heart.
Yes, it does. See, mine, when she was little, she had me start a fairy tale for her, and I just recently released it. It's coming out.
Aww.
It's called Kingdom Secrets. I don't know exactly when that's going to have a publishing date, but that's the story I wrote for her, and then at the end we merged it with my existing series.
Oh, that's all.
So we wrote that together back in 2006.
Okay. How old is your daughter now?
She's 15.
Oh, wow.
And I remember her sitting on my lap, and we started writing the stories together. Okay, what's this character going to do? What do you want her to look like? What do you want this one to look like? Where should they go? And we just started from there.
Oh, okay. I know my kids, they love trains. So their stories would always start off with a train going somewhere. Thomas and friends going somewhere, traveling somewhere.
Exactly. It's just little things we do as authors for our children, and sometimes we think, it's not going to go anywhere, and then other times that's one of those stories that lead us down a different path in our own books.
Yeah, that's true.
So
that is
know
true.
You're on Facebook. Are you also on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube?
My kids are on YouTube, but I'm on Facebook. The website will be live. DowdyWrites.com will be live actually Monday.
Okay.
Dreamtini is a page on Facebook, and right now I'm in the stages of changing my Twitter handle, which is Slim003, and it's the same on IG, to bring everything together so I can be under one umbrella as opposed to being under different umbrellas doing different things.
Yes, I understand the struggle that causes.
Yeah, because it's like you have to change so many things, and it's just like, you know what, no, let me just keep this way and then do the other things the other way. So I'm glad, Dowdy Writes will be up live on Monday, and then, like I said, I have the Dreamtini page on Facebook, and everything else will follow.
That's excellent. Now, with Facebook changing a lot of their policies with authors, does that affect you in any way?
It's become a headache because the Dreamtini page, I want it just to change to my author page, and they're like, no, it's not the same. People are going to get confused by the content. And when you go back and forth with them, it's just like, how are they going to be confused when it's pretty much I'm listing more books as opposed to just the one book? So
right.
I think once, you get the author page, it might just be a little easier. But like right now, just to go back and forth with them over this one page to be named something else is just ridiculous. So
yeah, I found that just as much of a headache when I changed what is now my author page from a book page to an author page. It was just confusing, a headache, and policies are not correct for artists, authors, and people like that.
Yeah, I don't think they read the question. They're just like, no, go back to the guidelines, read the guidelines.
Yeah.
That's what I really think.
I have problems with that. Then with the author networking, I will be editing all the dog whines out, so, But what was I saying? Oh, Facebook to Amazon is really starting to affect a lot of authors as well, because they're taking you're friends with an author, so the author cannot leave you a review, or they take the review off. Have you seen that or been affected by that yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, be very careful with that, because we all network. It's going back to authors network with authors, one way or another, either through galas, radio interviews, book signings, whatever. We network. And then we have Amazon now following our network of people and saying, no, they can't review because it's not a BIOS review.
I haven't experienced that yet.
Okay, be very careful. No, it's
out
there lurking in the shadows, as I like to say. Amazon's been doing these purges, and it's just ridiculous.
Wow. That's really good to know.
Yes. A lot of things happen in the world of author that people don't understand because, Amazon's Amazon, and you get 3 million people on Amazon at any given time, give or take.
Yeah.
But then you start looking at their algorithms, and it gets very confusing, and it isn't always indie author or small press author friendly.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they're hurting their own sales because reviews drive sales.
Yeah, exactly.
So
the more reviews we get, the better the sales you get.
Right. And Amazon gets a portion of those sales.
Yeah.
So in a way, they're hurting themselves, but they haven't been affected enough to understand that yet.
Yeah, understand or even recognize it.
Right. They know there's a problem, but they don't know what the problem is because they don't want to recognize what the problem is.
Yep.
Now, no. Do you do book trailers for your book, or have you thought about doing that?
I thought about it, and I'm going to do it. It's a lot like publishing then, as opposed to publishing now, is much different because of the social media era. So I've thought about doing a lot. So within the upcoming weeks, there's going to be a lot coming from me. A trailer that's in the works. You know, I have changing the pages to get everything just on one frequency.
Is a lot of time consuming.
Yes, but it's going to get done. It's getting done. I shouldn't say it's going to get done. It's getting done.
It's a work in progress. And by the time you get it done, you'll be ready to release the second one.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you learn from the first and you take it with the second. So it's like a lesson learned along the way.
Right. I found that out a lot. So
it's like birthing a baby. It's like birthing a child.
Mhm.
You have to, get prepared, let everything marinate, and then boom, the due date is here, and everything is beautiful. Everything works out well.
Yes,
and you have this healthy, So that's the way that I'm looking at it right now.
It's your
and
child.
I don't want to go into. Yeah, exactly.
The first one you prepare and read all the books on how to do something. But your second one, you're a little bit more prepared because you've already been through it once. By your fifth, you're an expert.
Exactly. You know what to do, and everything just comes natural. It's like, I have to do this, now I have to do that. And everything comes naturally.
It just takes a little time to get in there.
Yeah. But it's worth it at the end. The time and effort that you put into it, and then to see the finished product, it's worth it.
I'm switching back and forth between Facebook, your Facebook, Amazon, and different things like this, checking everything out for you while I'm here. So, is there anything you want to tell the readers about the second one that won't give away the second one?
There's actually marriage in the second one. Secrets are revealed. Real marriage is in the
Okay.
Yes.
See,
there's a wedding there's a wedding in the first book, but things happen. But the second book, there is definitely a marriage. Secrets are revealed. A baby is born.
Lots of interesting things that we all want to see happen. Now, what's your favorite part about being a writer or an author?
An author being able to tell a story and take it anywhere that I want to go. Being a writer, being able to express my most intimate thoughts.
And for you at home, the two are completely different.
Yes.
A lot of people think a writer and an author are the same thing, but it's not.
Nope, it's not.
It just takes practice.
I am both.
Yes. Some writers are both, and some authors can be
just
both.
Authors. Yeah.
Or others are one or the other. It just depends on where your wheelhouse actually lies.
Exactly. I have a blog page, a mom writer, 2 boys, and that's the writer side of me. That's where I share like my most intimate feelings and thoughts, or just crazy nonsense that goes through my mind.
Right. Doesn't have to be
And
perfect things that you write about. It could be a journal entry
exactly.
that you get to share sometimes with others, and other times you don't.
And these are the entries that I want to. These are the entries that I want to share with people.
Right.
That I'm willing to share with people.
Right, because we keep some things separate that are private, and what other things we keep and put in the open.
Yes.
But I think that's about all the time we have right now. So again,
thank you for having me.
Thank you for being on the show, and I can't wait.
Again, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. I can't wait to see where Dreamtini, the sequel, comes out. Do you have a title for that one yet?
Not yet. It's going to come to me. I've been waiting for it to come to me. It's like I've read it I don't know how many times, and just like I need this title to come to me. Just like Dreamtini came to me, I believe this title will come to me.
I believe you will get it when your time is ready.
Exactly.
For tonight, thank you again for coming on the show. Follow
Thank you.
all about Dreamtini on Facebook or Amazon, and eventually the website, as you can find that link on Facebook as well. And for tonight, Atlanta, good night and happy reading.